In today's video, we're going to be talking about someone who cons her audience in a totally different way to ways that we've talked about before. So, this video is about a lady called Caroline Konstnar. I think that's how you say her name, but if that's wrong, whatever, I'm not going to bother trying to correct it because I just don't agree with what she did. So she was a YouTuber and she's been on YouTube for quite a while, since she was about 15 years old. And she didn't put out that many videos, but she did shoot up to 1 million subscribers. And then she disappeared for a while. And when she came back, she told us that she was pregnant. What's wrong with that? Well, there's nothing wrong with that part of the story. It's as we go further along that things are not quite as they seem. And she has told a massive lie in the most heinous way possible.
I'm ovulating and I had like a plug of blood come out and I was like, oh my god, I'm pregnant. I'm 20 years old and I am figuring out what to do with my life. And I personally don't think I should have to choose to do anything in life. I think I should just do life. I think I should just not die and live, and that's life. But I meet so many people around me that are encouraging me to pick a thing, to be a thing. Like everyone's like committing to a bit. That's what life feels like. I'm committing to the bit of having a relationship with this woman who I don't really like. I'm committing to the bit of having this job that I don't really like. I'm committing to the bit of living in a democracy. I'm committing to this bit. I feel like it's okay to not know what I'm doing in life because I'm young, I'm hot, I'm funny, I'll figure it out. Life will go on and I will by default be something if not dead.
Caroline says there that there are a lot of things about her life that she doesn't like. Well, that's the same for anybody, isn't it? And everyone gets the same advice. Your life is something that you are in charge of, and the only person who can change what's going to happen in your life is you. Now, Caroline's going to come to the part where she's going to tell us that she's pregnant and all of the problems that she's had in her life thus far.
I'm good, guys. I'm actually so good. I want to have a kid. I just don't think I can have a right now. And I really want a kid. I do want a kid. And I'm not being stupid. I'm not being like, oh, well, you're young. You don't really know what it's like. You have so much life to live. I'm having a baby. Like, I'm having the baby. It's not like it's not like I'm getting rid of it. It's like I'm having the baby. I'm going to have a baby.
Me. Remember how I had like shit going on with my uterus when I was 16? Like, I had surgeries just to get stuff removed, so like my fertility's always been kind of weird. I'm pregnant, and if there's any kind of like surgical intervention, I could really up my fertility. Like I might not be able to have a kid again. And then the other thing is that if I have this kid, it's very likely that I won't be able to have another one.
That must be a horrible position to be in, where you've had treatments in your past and you may only have one chance at having a child. So now she finds herself in a very difficult situation. But she says that she is going to go ahead with this pregnancy because it may be her only chance. And to be honest, that is 100% understandable, isn't it?
I don't know what I'm going to do. Hello, one and all. I'm currently in my second trimester. And let me tell you something. Being pregnant is exactly what they say it is. It's pretty awful. It's very overwhelming to be 20 and pregnant because I'm around other 20-year-olds that are like, I don't even know what I'm like doing right now. Like, I don't even know who I am or what I want in life. And I'm just like, That sounds tough. Me personally, I'm about to throw out 18 years of my life doing the most selfish thing one could possibly do. I've had friends and family reach out to me, and I've just sort of casually told them that I'm having a child. I haven't really done a whole announcement, but the reaction that I get from people is so interesting because they're like, oh, that's so nice for you. I'm really glad that you're deciding to do that with your life. It's really interesting thinking about coming back to YouTube with an announcement like this because I've been gone for so long. I started this channel when I was 15. A lot of you have been following me since I was 15 years old, and not that much time has gone by, and I'm already on to discovering new life. YouTube is not taken seriously. YouTubers are not taken seriously. That's a really frightening prospect. And the fact that a 15-year-old had the ability to just influence millions of people is absolutely ridiculous and so dangerous. But now, as I get older and I start to really think about my place in this world, I wonder, what should I do with my influence? It's hard to express the feelings that I'm experiencing right now because there's so much fear and anxiety that is totally reasonable. Guys, stay tuned because I'm gonna be having a baby very soon. I slapped this video together just to let you all know where I've been for the past few months and where I'm gonna be in the coming months. And I really hope that I can take you on this journey with me.
A lot of Caroline's followers on YouTube were extremely happy for her. They were all congratulating her, saying, it's wonderful that you're having a baby and that you're going to be sharing your journey with us. And we look forward to seeing what's going to happen in the future. And a lot of people were quite confused why she didn't really announce it in a proper way like Americans do by having a baby shower and all that sort of thing. Well, that question was answered in video number 2 that she puts out.
Okay, guys, I lost the baby and I don't know exactly where I put it. It has to be around here somewhere. Okay, so some of you guys are probably wondering, no, I am not pregnant. And I'm sure some of you are shocked. I'm sure some of you are not surprised at all. I'm sure some of you don't care. But some of you might be asking.
As you can imagine, there were an awful lot of people who were asking, why would you lie about that? Especially people who can't actually have children who want them. And then again, those that have had the misfortune to become pregnant and then lose the child. The like and dislike ratio on this video was absolutely phenomenal. And to be honest, she deleted it from her channel. Now Caroline's going to explain why she did it, and it's an absolutely disgusting reason.
When you're a content creator, the line between entertainment and reality is very blurred. Your audience will become very attached to an abstraction of yourself. And the odd thing is that this connection can become very personally meaningful to the viewers, whilst not being personally meaningful to the creator itself. Your attention is monetarily valuable to me.
So, she did it all for money. That's all you were to her. Your audience, all you were was a cash cow. And this is why she pretended to be pregnant and then come out and say, I've lost my baby, I don't know where I've put it. That is outrageously disgusting, gross, heinous. What kind of person does that?
And unless you have some narcissistic tendencies, which a lot of us do, the experience of having a parasocial relationship with your audience can be very uncomfortable. I'll give you an example. When I was 15 and I first started making content, I had a lot of people threaten to rape me every day. And if you could imagine, this was not fun. And the problem with this, beyond the obvious, is that there's no meaningful way to respond to this interaction. The offender has anonymity, and in some way, so do I. So I'm not treating them like a real person. They're not treating me like a real person. You're not real, and I'm not real, and none of this is real. And yet the effect that we have on each other is still very real.
As a content creator, once you get big, parasocial relationships could become a problem. That I do agree with. But what I don't agree with is that you do have a choice. She's saying that things were said to her and she had no choice. But there's always been a block button on YouTube. You can turn the comments off. You can make the parasocial relationship go away if you want to. And if that is what she is using as an excuse for what she did, then that is just beyond me. I just really don't have words for that kind of excuse.
I lied about being pregnant as a joke. And the joke is not that pregnancy under strenuous circumstances is funny. The joke is not that the audience was gullible enough to believe that I was pregnant. The joke is you connected to something that wasn't real. And I have become something that isn't real.
Her statement of it was all a joke just goes to show me how immature she is, that she doesn't deserve her platform or her followers, and it's a good reason why she disappeared. But she has more to say on this.
We all come here to find this connection over and over again. And we don't really find it until now, when you subscribe to my Patreon. Oh yeah, that's right. This entire stunt has been an advertisement for my Patreon. I'm also announcing that I'm coming back to YouTube. Listen, I wanted to come back to YouTube and explain to everyone why I had been gone and what had happened to me in that time that made me want to come back. But some of you in my audience are pretty weird, and I don't blame any of you. You know, you can't help being weird, but I didn't think that it would be healthy for me to expose myself like that to all of you. And that's why I decided to keep a lot of my more sensitive information behind a paywall, where I would hope some of the audience would be more intentional with how they interact with.
Well, there we have it. She did all of that just so you would join her Patreon. And the sad thing is, some idiot will. And for those people, there's really no hope, is there? The internet and social media can be a very daunting and scary place. And when you've got content creators like her on it, that just makes it 10 times worse. I hope no one supports her and I hope she disappears from the internet forever. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Ta-ta for now.